everyone, welcome back to day 4 of Vlogmas. Hope you're all doing well. Yeah, I'm excited to start opening my advents. This is the one that I've got to look around. Here we are, day 3. This one is the My Yarny Corner People's Advent. So, let's see. Oh, I've not had any purples or whites in my advent yet, so that is really pretty. So that is that, and then oh, I think this is like a little eclair. I'm going to enjoy that. Putting that aside to have my eclair in a bit. Then we have the Mousewitch Yarns one. Adventure around the UK. We are still in England for a little bit, so let's see what we've got here. I've tried not to look at where the locations are beforehand. Try and give it a bit of a surprise. Oh, look at these. Oh, it's like minty greens and greys. Oh, I like that. That is so pretty. And with these bags, I think I'm going to try and keep one of the Mousewitch Yarns ones to stick in my journal, because I recently went to a museum that is World War II based. So I think that look quite nice stuck in the back and a bit of collage. And oh, look at that. Let's see. That is where we are based. I can definitely see that with the statue. Oh, so let's see where day 3 is. Malmesbury Abbey Gardens. Never been there before, but there's a lot of places in the UK I've never been. But yeah, and then I'm going to try and keep some of these as well, because I think these would look nice in the background. St. Monson's quite a different colour. Like, my voice is still a bit funny in the mornings. Quite a lot of different colours in the My Yarny Corner one, so I'm looking forward to like keeping that in as well, and adding them in. So let's pop that one in there. This one in here. And I'm really going to look forward to having my chocolate eclair and getting started on my today's squares. Let's see, by the end of today, I can actually have yesterday's ones added into the blanket and these ones as well. That's my goal. We'll see how we get on, because I said I've got to go shopping. But there's a bit of crochet time when I go shopping, and I'll explain that later when we go shopping. Yeah, there's someone who is quite needy, so we do end up with a bit of crochet time. I'm looking at the person who's needy right now, and they're staring at me like, what, me? I'm angelic. So yeah, anyway, I'm gonna get going, and I'll speak to you all very, very soon. Bye. Hi everyone, so it's about an hour from when I spoke to you last. We're in the supermarket car park. We do our shopping in 2 sections. So there's a shopping centre with things like a Home and Bargain, B&M, Poundland, Iceland, Farm Foods, all that stuff in. The shopping centre, and then there's a supermarket, and they share the same car park. So basically we sort of go where the bargains are. So I've done the shopping centre, running in and out of the different shops. My dad's just in the supermarket now. We used to do it just all in one go, together. But if you've not watched my channel since last year, autumn last year, then you may not know, we had 2 dogs. We had a Bichon Frise and a Cavalier King Charles. We got them when they were 8 weeks old, and there was like 2 days difference in them in age. So they ended up really close. Like, you couldn't separate them, basically. Like, the Bichon Frise has to go for more grooming than what the Cavalier did. And when we'd take the Bichon to go and get groomed, the Cavalier would literally whine at the front door for his mate to come home. So they couldn't be separated. Then in autumn last year, the Cavalier passed away, which is why a lot of newer viewers would not have seen Charlie, but you will have seen Buddy. Well, since Charlie passed, Buddy does not like to be home alone. We have got better. I say we've got better. He's got better. He still barks most of the time while he's home alone, but we're no longer getting dirty protests, and he occasionally eats a bit of the food that we leave in there for him. No, most of the time he's like, no, throwing a tantrum and like, I'm not eating it. We do things like put radio on, make sure there's lights on if it's gonna be a bit dark, and things like that. But he just, yeah, doesn't like being left home alone. So we now have to do, well, we prefer to do shopping in the 2 stages separately, so that the little man can come along with us and he'll just sit in the car, pass out. He's gonna have a shower tonight, so yeah, he's a little bit messy at the moment, but he's happy, he's chilling. If he sees anything interesting, he'll start looking out the window. So yeah, he's getting spoiled a bit now, but you know, he's getting on in life. We don't want him to be stressed out. We want him to enjoy the rest of his life, whatever he has left. He knows he's not allowed to pass away yet, because I am not emotionally ready for that. And my mate, no. So yeah, and the good thing is it means that on occasions like going shopping, we can tag team it, so I don't have to walk around Morrison's. That's half my time gone. And I can sit in the car, get a bit of crochet done. So yeah, it's not too bad. Yeah. So there's pluses with everything, but yeah, gonna get working on this, try and get a bit of squares done. I've got the 2 from yesterday done, I just need to add them in. Yeah, probably do that when I get home. But anyway, I'll see you all in a bit. Hi everyone, so it is a lot later now. It's been a hectic day. I've not actually had more than 2 minutes to sit down. When we got in, put the shopping away, got a call from my sister. My dad was supposed to be going over to give her a lift somewhere for an appointment she had. And she called us up and she's like, can you come over a little bit early? Also, can you bring Abby, because it's all hands on deck. There was a nappy incident, we'll just put it as that, which results in my sister having to get changed and my nephew having to get changed again, and he needed feeding, winding and nappy bag. So yeah, I went over to try and do some of the jobs. And yeah, the meeting we had to go for was, she was checking out a local nursery, and I thought it was really lovely, to be honest, the nursery. I don't know what I'm looking for though. Like, the manager who was taking us around, she was absolutely lovely, had answers for all our questions, which was so nice. Like, you know, great to see that. But like when she was talking about the staff, she was like, and the level this and that, and the level this and that, and I'm like, these levels I don't understand. You can be telling me anything here right now. I've not got a clue. But anyway, yeah, I've come back. I had to get changed because we didn't just have a nappy incident this morning. When I was winding, we had a bit of an incident. So I've had to switch tops. And then I was in my bedroom, and I pulled the basket out that I've got on my bedside, that I've got on my bedside table, like the shelving unit. I've pulled the basket out to try and get stuff out to see if I could find my remote, because the remote for the Fire Stick it's gone missing in the bedroom somewhere. I think the dog's knocked it under the bed. I think I've had it on the bed, it's fell down. Dog's knocked it under. But anyway, I was looking through this basket, and on the top is this and this book here. And I decided to flick through it. And to be honest, it's been the first time I've flicked through it. What's it called? First time I've actually flicked through it since I've got it and read it. What it is it's this one line a day. It's a 5-year journal. So I'll just go on an empty page here. So you get little lines and spaces to put entries for 5 different years. There's, every day of the years in here. And yeah, I got it near the end of last year with a voucher that I had for Waterstones. And I was just, I was like, oh, I wonder if I'll actually keep up with it. I'd love to keep up with it. Yeah, and I wondered, oh, will it be that interesting actually looking back? And there are some things that, like, there's a lot of them though, you're like, oh my God, like, what are you writing in here? Yeah, like here, March 13th, Dad slit his finger and got blood over the carpet. If my career as a tour guide doesn't pan out, I'd be an amazing crime scene cleaner. So there's random little bits like that. Yeah. Just covering everyday stuff, with things going through. Just, like, it's freezing, or one day I just looked at before, it was, that it was really windy, but it meant that the views in work were breathtaking. It was so clear. So there's little things like that. But then there's also a lot of big events that I've seen for this year. So, let's see, which one was I looking at before? March 3rd, 2024, I went on a date today. We talked for hours and I really like him. Hopefully there will be more dates. I'm still seeing him. So, little lovely things like that. Or, where was the one? I think it was just before there. Yeah, February 22nd, Jess is pregnant. I'm so shocked, but I'm just so happy for her and Mo. Yeah, February 21st, that was where the views were breathtaking in work. And there's loads of stuff like that, covering global events, as the election, yeah, all sorts of things. The riots that we had the other month, just talking about, the little things of everyday life, but then also, the big events. And it's quite interesting to be able to go through this. And I wasn't sure how I'd keep it up, but I think by putting it at my bedside table and I put a pen with it, I've got a pen on top that's on top of it. It encourages me to go every night because it is so small. It's only 2 sentences. Also, and yeah, it's dead easy to do. I've got where I've applied for my course, the degree, my nephew being born, and considering I didn't think there was going to be much that would go in here, I'm actually quite pleasantly surprised when I get to go through it, and it's just been really lovely and refreshing. And just wondering, do any of you have anything like this? I do have a journal where I do write, like, in-depth recording of, like, events that have happened, that I don't want to forget, like, all different stuff like that, the everyday moments, like, going out, spending the day on the summer in museums and things like that. So yeah, I'll do like a bit more of an in-depth spread, but it's nice to just be able to look at the little things that, I wouldn't really remember otherwise if I didn't have something like this. So yeah, that's actually been quite nice, and just seeing how things have changed over the year. Right, so it's getting late, so I'm about to head up to bed. So I thought I'd give you a bit of an update on my blanket progress. So here's what we've got so far. The ends are getting woven in pretty well. I've got this square that I've done as well, and then I'm currently working on the lilac and white one, and then there's like a minty and grey one. So the idea is, this is the first one. This is the top corner here. The lilac one's going to go here. Then the blue and yellow go below there. I just don't want too many colours that are quite similar, too close together. And this is where I'm probably just going to start working it as like a corner to corner method. Just putting them on the diagonal wherever I think they fit well, colour wise. Just so I'm not getting too many similarities and repeats. I was umming and ahhing over putting this one below this one here, but I just, in the end, once I'd worked them up, I just felt, oh, the colours are, one's beige and neutrals and the other one's like yellows with pinks and beige in, but I just thought, you know what, I'll do a different colour to break it up. This Advent blanket is going to have 1,000,001 beautiful colours in. So yeah, let's spread them out. They don't have to be all close to each other. Just let them shine on their own, because I think when they are next to a colour that's not the same or similar, I do think they really stand out and the colours in them really pop. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do with that. So I've done day 2 squares. I'm on round 7 of one of day 3. Then I've got the other day 3 to do. So I'm not too far behind with it. Doing quite well with it. So yeah, I'm going to take this up to bed. Do a little in bed while watching TV before I head off to sleep. Yeah, it's just my little evening routine. Get snuggled up in bed. Let him calm down, because he's normally a bit wide when he first goes up to bed. Yeah. So I think that's what it's going to be. I do have the dogs sleeping in. They didn't always sleep in the bed with me. But in around, oh God, I want to say it was 2021 or 2022, I suffered a trauma. There was an attack that happened while I was asleep in bed. And it caused me to have PTSD. I've thankfully done therapy now, and it's helped amazingly. I do have to take medication at night still, but everything's manageable. But obviously when you're waiting for the therapy to happen, because I reported what happened to the police, I couldn't get any counselling while the police investigation was ongoing, because it could affect my testimony if it had gone to court. So yeah, you sort of have to find ways to cope and to make things easier. So I ended up taking the dogs up with me to bed, just because I felt more protected. Felt if any, like, although I know, like, rationale, like, sat down here, the front door's locked, the back door's locked, no one's getting in the house. In my mind, when you've gone through that, like, a trauma, there's, you know, you're always second guessing yourself. And it was just like a second line of defence. If anyone came into my room, the dogs would be alerted, make some sort of noise, and that would wake me up. So that was my rationale behind it. And they've never left. By the time I'd started getting over everything and coming through the other end, not long after Charlie passed, so it was like, yeah, Buddy can stay with me. He's a little owl man. So yeah, I'm gonna keep working on these. I have them all in my Merry Christmas bag. I've got the black to join, and I've also got the mint and the grey, or the day 3. Let's see how I get on with it. So I hope you're all having a wonderful day. Hope you're all staying safe, taking care, and I'll speak to you all tomorrow for day 5 of Vlogmas. Bye.